Good morning, guys. How's it going? Thank you for tuning in to another video. Rush here. Today I woke up and I'm driving the Expedition. I put a lot of miles on it yesterday. We did about a total of 220 miles or so. So I'm telling you, man, I'm really enjoying this truck, and I have to say Ford definitely killed it with this one. I mean, I picked up a bunch of buddies last night and they're used to trucks a lot more than I am, and all of them love this thing. You know, possibly because it was boost weather last night. It was nice cool breeze, and this thing is a twin turbo V6, so obviously that EcoBoost really loves that cold air and gets to make more power. But when you pair it up with the 10-speed, which this truck has, then it's an even bigger monster. Actually kind of really gets moving once you get on it, so it's pretty impressive, to be honest, and the ride is just extremely comfortable. Now, for me personally, I'm used to renting a lot of Chevy Tahoes and Suburbans. That's usually my go-to. But after driving this thing and all the luxuries that it has and everything like that, and how much space it has, is something I have to comment on. I mean, the second row and the third row have an enormous amount of space, especially for a car this size. Usually think that they have a lot of space, but let's say like the Tahoes and the Suburbans, the third row is a little cramped. It's not as spacious as it looks, but this one right here is extremely spacious. So I'm really liking this truck. I want to give you guys a full little overview of it and all the features that it has. Also, the sound system bangs hard. It's a Bang & Olufsen, I think that's what you call it, sound system, and like we had the bass turned up, and you know, the thing was definitely hitting all the right notes. It was a very good ride. Now, I don't seem to be, well, I don't want to sound like I'm fangirling over this SUV, but definitely if I had a family, this would be my choice of ride, 100%. So this morning, I'm at my favorite coffee shop right here. Oh, look, there's a Challenger right outside too. And we're gonna grab some coffee real quick and hit the road, show you a little bit about this Expedition and the features that it has. So here we go. Alrighty, guys, we got our morning coffee. Let's go ahead and do the honors just like so. Now, we have to go get a new battery for my microphone because it's dying, and then we can do a little review on this Ford Expedition. Alrighty, boys, so we got our batteries. I got two. We're gonna keep one and use one right now, just in case we ever run out again. At least we'll have a backup. Super cheap. Alrighty, guys, so I just saw homeless, looks like family over there, and it kind of broke my heart. So I try to do a good deed every day, help out where I can when I can. So I'm just gonna run out there real quick. Let me do this real fast. Alrighty, guys, just positive energy all the way around. Be nice, put out good energy, and you'll get rewarded the same way. Now, I would never record like something like this ever again, but sometimes people just need a little reminder. Be nicer to one another and just be positive, man. Literally having a positive, healthy mind is such a valuable thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on with our review of the Expedition. Heading over to a nice spot so I can show you guys the exterior of the car, because you guys haven't seen it till now, and we'll talk about all the features and quirks of the Expedition. Here we go. Now, yesterday's video, I promised you guys a walk around, and I apologize, I forgot to do it because I just wanted to give you guys the news on the Mustang. But today, I figured we would talk about the Expedition. Since I have spent around 200 miles on it so far, got to drive it and really experience it, I feel like I can give you an honest opinion on how I feel about the truck. And let's go ahead and do a quick walk around, show you a little bit of the looks of it. Now, this is the 2019 Ford Expedition Limited Max, which means it is one that is a little loaded, but there's a higher model, which would be the Platinum, which produces a little more power. So this vehicle right here produces 375 horsepower. It's around 5,500 pounds, and it has a 3.5 liter V6 that is twin turboed. So what does that mean? Well, it means that this thing actually moves pretty well for its size. So the twin turbos definitely do a great job on that little V6, and for such a big vehicle, you really feel that it has great gut up and go for what it is. So looking at it exterior wise, I'm a big fan of it. I think it looks really good, really sharp for this day and age. So we're kind of getting very smooth lines all the way to the back. It does have the electric door steps, so that when we open the door, they're gonna pop down just like that. And the nice thing is they really blend in with the vehicle and they don't look like an afterthought. So check this out. You know, they just hide so well that you really would never believe that is there unless someone points it out to you. So another feature I like about this car is it has sensors both on the front and the back. I know that's not a big deal these days, but it is something nice to note. It makes driving it a lot easier. So we have a tow hitch that's covered up, so it has a nice clean look in the back here. Some roof racks if you'd like to carry something on top of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and open up the power lift gate. And this is the best thing about this truck. The space it has is unreal. Every possible row is super comfortable, very spacious. We have electric controls for every row. The second and third row obviously are controlled from back here, so you can put everything down if you'd like, just like that, with a flick of a button. Forgot there's something in that seat, so we shouldn't put that all the way down. You can control the other two rows as well. As you can see there, we're dropping everything just like that. So very easy to control. There's a lot you can do with it, and the lift gate comes up and goes down pretty quick. So you can actually pop the hatch, which this is this portion of the whoops. To be honest, I've never popped that hatch, so we got to figure it out together real quick. I do believe it's right there, or maybe not. So when I mean there's a ton of space, I mean there's a ton of space. So let's go put these seats back up, since we didn't put them down. Now what's cool about this truck that I haven't seen other trucks is how you access the third row. So a lot of times with these SUVs, it's very hard to get to the back row. It's uncomfortable. You got to do kind of, you're squeezing in and all that. With this truck, all you got to do is click this button over here. It pops the seat forward, and then you can just slide it. Now look at this space to get to the back. I mean, I'm not a small guy by any means, but just like that, I can climb right in. And once the seat comes back, you still have a decent amount of legroom. I'm 5'11", so you still have a good amount of legroom back here in the third row. And you got some controls to you know, utilize the seats back here as well, which is cool. Some USBs right there for the passengers in the back, so they can charge and be entertained. Let's go ahead and step out. Wow. There we go. There we go. Now right here you have a power outlet right there, and some USBs right there. You can also control the radio right here, so the passengers have a lot of control in the second row of what's going on in the front, so they don't have to bother the driver as he's driving around. Now let's go ahead and pop over to the front of the car to show you guys a little bit of the features it has. So first of all, it has the updated sound system, which is a Bang & Olufsen. Super good sound system, really slaps hard and gets the party going. We have heated and cooled seats, as well as a heated steering wheel, so fully loaded in that sense as well. Got a cigarette lighter right there, two USB ports right there, some more storage, and a cigarette lighter in here as well. So this is freaking ginormous. You can fit so much stuff in here. Very, very spacious. Different driving modes, different modes for, you know, 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. You get to kind of select and customize that way, as well as if we fire it up, we can change this knob right here, which in turn is going to change up the different driving modes that we're doing. So that's sport mode. So all of that is done through here. Now all of that is fine and dandy, and it's really good and cool. Love it. There's one thing that I absolutely hate about this car, and it is a feature that is actually shared with the new GT500 that's coming out that I've seen in pictures, and it is this thing right here. This is how you select gears in this car. So if you go from park, reverse, neutral, and drive, it is all done through this toggle or little knob. And to me, this is almost unsafe to a point, because if you look at the interior, everything is a knob: radio, air conditioning, driving modes, and your gear selector. So sometimes you'll rest your hand right here just because it's a comfortable spot and you want to turn the radio off or something, or if you get a passenger in here and they go ahead and just turn this, and there you are going into neutral or reverse or whatever. Now obviously the car is smart enough not to put you in reverse or park as you're driving, but it's definitely not the safest place to put it, nor is it the most logical thing to the mind. The reason being, and the reason I say this, is because if you guys remember BMWs, Mercedes, stuff like that, a lot of them used to put a similar control right here for the entertainment system. So this knob would be to control the entertainment system, navigate it, all that stuff. Now obviously this is touchscreen now, so it's a different story, but you know, if your mind is programmed that way, sometimes it can get a little weird. You'll be switching it. Yesterday I accidentally switched it by accident, just because it's so easy to rotate it. I mean, it's like a washing machine knob. You just literally can flick it left and right, super easy. There's not much resistance, there's nothing, no press and turn, anything of that sort. So that's a little odd to me, but that is kind of my biggest gripe with it. Other than that, I really like it. Very comfortable ride, very smooth, sounds great. Ton of storage everywhere. I mean, if you look at the doors, there's storage all along the door here, storage right there, storage up here, here. You got this massive glove box here, and here, as well as there. So an incredible amount of storage, as well as up there too. So I gotta tell you, man, they definitely have thought this truck through, and there's so much convenience in having one of these around. That would be a great daily or a great road trip vehicle. Now let's go ahead and take it for a spin and tell you about the drive. So let me put my seatbelt on and take you guys for a spin, let you hear that 3.5 liter V6 engine. So here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the air conditioning, crack the windows for you guys so you can hear the truck and that turbo. Now listen to this. That to me sounds so cool. It almost sounds like a turbo diesel, but it's not. So let's go ahead and we'll do another little rip, just so you guys can hear the turbo whistle. It sounds so cool. So this dash is like half digital, so there's a lot of customization you can do right there too. Right now I have it on power distribution, so it's telling us where it's distributing the power of the Expedition, which is pretty cool. So as you can see now, a lot of the power is going towards the rear wheels rather than the front, but I'm guessing if you were to take this thing off-road, it would change up very, very quickly. So that is kind of my initial impressions of the 2019 Ford Expedition. I will do a 0 to 60 for you guys so you can see that this truck is no slouch. Definitely gets up and goes. It's got very good feedback once you get on it. So let's go ahead and do a 0 to 60. I also forgot to mention this thing is equipped with a 10-speed, so it will show you all the gears right there that you're in. So it gets pretty decent gas mileage for how big it is. Being a 5,500 pound truck, it is definitely not small. Once you have it all loaded up with passengers, which I did yesterday, it did a decent 16-17 miles to the gallon, no problem. A little higher on the freeway. And it also has the auto start stop, so if you're in traffic, stuff like that, it will shut off that V6 and conserve a little more fuel. So let's go ahead and do our 0 to 60 run and see how this thing does. Let's park right here and off. So definitely very respectable for a truck, not a bad time. And I definitely did not go all the way on it or build up the boost before launching right there. So we just kind of got on it in sport mode, and that's what it did. So that is pretty much going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys like this truck. I really do. I think it's a great family truck, especially something for like long trips or, you know, cruising around town, having a good time. It is not a bad ride at all. Has a lot of road presence, and it's very comfortable, which is exactly what you kind of want in a big family SUV with your kids and everything like that. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. My name is Rush, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Woo!